we'll just hold it here for a moment. Hi, my name is Susan Churchill. We are doing our Qigong for Health and Wellness from Tomahawk, Wisconsin. I just realized I don't have my chimes, so I have these ones here. They got little fishies on them. Gives us a wooden chime today. Hi, Lynn. All right, I'm gonna have to put those down. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are on day 2 of 14 days for stress relief. And what we're doing is we're going through, I'm going to be leading us in 5 different healing movements from Master Chun Yi Lin, and that's Spring Forest Qigong, from his 5-element practice. And we're going to do one each day. Yesterday we did moving of yin and yang. Today we're going to do breathing of the universe. And yesterday's was for the liver system, and today is for the heart system. Hi, Pam. Good morning. So let's get started. We'll start with a minute for peace. So standing, sitting, or lying down. Hands in prayer position. Feel your connection to the earth and your connection to the universe, as if you have roots going down into the earth. Your knees soften, your spine straightens, tongue touches the roof of the mouth, chin goes back, smile on your face. Feel peace go up through your body, out the top of your head, out into the universe. There's a beautiful sun. And on the way back, you feel that sun sending down beams of love and light and peace. So allow yourself to fill up entirely. Saturate yourself with peace and realize you can be in this column of peace anytime and all the time. When you do, you just continue to be a peace radiator, extra coming out in all directions. So I'll let you feel that for another 45 seconds on your own. And we'll start bouncing from the knees. Hi, Christine. Hi, Maria. Good morning from Tomahawk, Wisconsin. Hi, Alicia. So we're just bouncing with our feet flat on the ground. We're letting the shoulders totally soften. And then as if there's a little breeze that just lifts up your elbows. Fingers separate, goes in between your fingers. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. This bouncing helps to wake up our chi and get it moving. Let's take our hands up over our heads, elbows over the shoulders if you can. Let the hands just flap. And you can go really far up, or you can be more down, whatever feels right for you today. Continue to breathe in through the nose. Continue to allow your out breath to go as long as it wants to go. We are helping to detoxify the body. Smile, smile, smile. And then we'll take our hands down slowly and allow your body to turn with the guidance of your shoulders. Just let your arms swing. I need to move because I'm hitting the chair. Give yourself some space to just let them swing like ropes. And feel the opening in the neck, the spine, all the way down, the hips, the knees, the ankles. You're getting a nice little opening and twisting happening of all your body. And when you can bounce at the same time, it's helping to release tension in between the individual vertebrae and stuff like that. So let's just open, open, open. Hi, June. All right. Slow down. Take a breath in. Bring up the energy of the earth. See if you can feel it as you're pulling it up through your body and your chi field. And like you're opening up like a flower or a yawn, you release out what you no longer need. And maybe it's flying out as different colored butterflies. And then again, feel the beams of light and love from the universe coming down through your body and your chi field. Chi field is how far chi, our energy, our life force, our energy with intelligence reaches. All right. Hi, Dorothy. All right, so just take a couple breaths in and out and see. We're going to continue with the in through the nose and out through the mouth breathing. And see how you feel. You're starting to soften and relax everything and wake up. When we breathe slowly, deeply, and gently, we get more oxygen in, which is going to wake up the brain and all of our muscles and organs. All right, now let's do some shoulder shrugs. We didn't do those yesterday. So I like to lift the shoulders up to the ears, and you know you're doing it right and you're not stressing if you can wiggle and your arms just move like ropes or tassels. And then we take our head and we bring it back and we scrunch back a little bit like we're gluing the head directly onto the shoulders. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Have your tongue touch the roof of the mouth even as you're breathing out, and then slowly lower the shoulders and the head comes up, and you feel a whoosh of spinal fluid coming up and physically going into our brain, clearing it, and also you can feel the chi coming up and giving kind of a bath through the whole system too. Shoulders go down. We're going to pull them down as if there's a magnet, just pulling them down. Great for stress release. Master Lin taught us that one last year. Release. Let's do it 2 more times. So we lift the shoulders, the head goes back. You want to scrunch back a little bit, not too hard, and only what's right for you. Because some days you might be able to go back pretty far, and some days you might not. And that's letting you know that there's some blockages, maybe some inflammation. Release the shoulders down, head comes up. Feel that whoosh of spinal fluid and of chi, just cleansing all those thoughts that have been floating around your head. Get to leave. Pull the shoulders down. And we'll do one more today. Shoulders up, head back. You still have the tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, behind the front teeth. You allow yourself to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, allowing the out breath to go as long as possible. And after about 9 seconds, you release down. You don't want to hold that one too long because that's a small area. We don't want to stop the blood flow. And then pull the shoulders down. And release. If you feel dizzy, you're holding it too long, okay? And of course, you can always do this sitting or lying down as well. All right, continuing with active exercises, we're going to do tapping and cupping. We start with the cheekbones under the eyes. You can use your knuckles or fingertips. And you want to be able to go firm enough that you feel the vibration in the back of your head. And then move up to the beginning of the eyebrows and do the same. And then cup the top of our head. And we're going to cup in nines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Continuing with 9 times or 9 seconds when we continue all of these active exercises. Come down to your C7. That's that bump at the base of the neck. Give it a little massage, or you could do a pinch and release. It's probably in pretty good softness and suppleness right now from our shoulder shrugs. Hi, Susan. Let's clap our hands. That stimulates the heart. Now remember, not little claps. You're going to actually feel the vibration. Cup the inside of the left elbow. And if you want to work with your heart system, you can go on my YouTube channel and do the 14 days for boosting circulation and heart health. Cup the window of the lungs, because we do those first 3 things for 9 or 10 minutes to open up the lungs and the heart system, which is more than just lungs and heart. There's other organs involved. Hi, Yi Pang. It's good to see you. All right, awesome. So that was the clapping. Now we're going to say hello to our kidneys. I'm leaning forward a little bit, and then rub with the back of your hands, rub that area, and then the palms of your hands, and then go down and tap the tailbone. This is what it looks like. My hand, I'm not having a big fist, so it's kind of an open hand or loose fist. And then bring your thumbs in like that. And then either this way or this way, you're going to bring your arms, hang them down, then bring them up and back a little bit and tap that area. If you have arthritis, this is one you're going to want to do every day. And you can do it longer. Now, don't do whacking. I have a demo about how I did that, and that was not a good idea. So, but you don't want to go too soft either. You want to have enough vibration that you can get in and send that chi in. All right, now we're going to come down to the knees and cup the tops of the knees, and then reach around and cup the backs of the knees. So you're cupping forward. Both of our hands are going around the left knee and then the right knee. Awesome. Okay. That was the active exercises. So now the second step, let's say that better. The second step is to get into beginning of the universe position. So we're going to, let me come see if you can see me a little bit more. Welcome to our cabin. I'm going to move this chair out of the way. All right, so our feet are shoulder hip distance apart. They're flat and as parallel as you can get them at the moment. Bend the knees, elbows come out, fingers stretch, toes stretch, grasp the floor with your toes, mega stretch, and then release almost all the way. Feel your spine nice and straight. You could tuck your tailbone in and out, maybe feel a little release in the lower back. Tuck your chin in to align the neck with the rest of the spine. Let a smile of joy come up on your face. Smile stands for start my internal love engine. Touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. And then again, let's feel the connection of the earth through us to the heavens and back. Let's focus for a little bit on the lower dantian, deep behind the navel, and see a gentle light there. That's our vitality. And now you just want to sink a little bit into the knees. Feel your body holding its form effortlessly, and let your eyes close if you haven't closed them already. And bring your mind down into a little hammock and its job is to look inside and see what's going on. See if you can feel your chi, your life force, moving, warmth, coolness, tingling, even aches, or even if your muscles might jerk once in a while. It's all good. So we're going to relax and enjoy the experience, and realize that we are two things. We're light or energy, and we're physical form. And when we can balance these two, the earth and the heavens of ourselves, so many wonderful things can happen. And what are we looking for here? We're asking to release stress. So let's do the password Master Lynn gave us that helps us to connect. Now we're connecting with each other being here to each other's chi fields, but we want to connect to Master Lynn's. Master Lynn's helps us connect to the universe. Universe's unconditional love. And of course we are connected with it too, but we don't always remember. So that's why it's so beautiful to do a practice together. And it goes like this. I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together. Allow yourself to explore what that means for you. And then put in your intentions. Our intentions of releasing stress. What if we can release it before we get it even? Let's be so sensitive that we know what the body feels like when we're starting to get tensed up. What if we could have a way to help us to not let it get stuck in the body? With our breath, with our visualization, with our movement, with our breathing, which I said twice, but it is very important. All right. And then I want you to feel your connection to what's most divine for you, what's most precious to you. Family, creator, the world, dolphins. And ask for everything else that you want to ask for. You just pour them in. The universe is listening. And we're going to move into the movement. So now we're switching our breathing to in and out through the nose. I'm going to move up a little bit so you can see me a little better with this one. This one's called Breathing the Universe. It's for the heart system, which is the heart, the pericardium, something called triple heaters. If you want to know about that, I can send you a form. I'm still not very good at explaining that. It's process within the body, processes, but I can't explain it very well. So I'm very happy to send you the information that I have. So just let me know. And also the small intestine is part of the heart system. Did you know that? And then the colors are red and pinks, and the emotion is joy. Okay, so we stand with our feet shoulder hip distance apart, just like before, spine straight, smile on our face, chin tucked in, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, shoulders soften, elbows out, fingers separated. And we're going to bring the hands in front of the body like this. So just gently where they end. Just in front of the lower dantian. We're going to breathe in. I'm going to show you without the knees first. Those of you, of course, you're already started, so go ahead, who've been with me before. We're going to imagine we have, or feel, or know, or see a ball of light in our hands. And you can take that ball of light from the lower dantian, bring it to the middle dantian, and hold it. If that's the way you want to feel about it, doesn't matter, whatever you like. It could be golden, it could be any colors. And you're going to hold that ball of light. And our elbows are going to be out. Okay? And then we breathe in and we let the elbows guide our hands outwards slowly as we breathe in. And I like to feel this ball of light getting larger and larger until you're totally inside the ball of light. And you just feel yourself having extra energy, or whatever it is you don't need just releases out. And then we breathe out, and when we're going to breathe out, we want to take our elbows and guide the hands back in. So we use the elbows first, and we're guiding the hands back in. And you can feel as if hundreds and thousands of butterflies, any extra energy you no longer need, is just releasing out to the universe. Now we don't want to touch the fingertips together, so we're going to we make this ball become smaller again, but without touching the fingers. And then again, so breathing in, elbows draw the hands out, breathing out, elbows guide the hands back together. And you can think of the ball of light getting larger and larger and larger as you breathe in. And what if you felt that was joy just running through you? And then your elbows draw the hands back together. And the ball of light gets smaller again. This is called breathing of the universe. And you can continue this way, especially if you're just beginning. It's very powerful this way, or you could add the knee bend. And if you want to do that, as you breathe in, you're going to bend. So the elbows are coming out and you're bending your knees slowly. And you don't have to go far, whatever's good for you. And then when you breathe out, you bring the hands back. And the ball is getting smaller. We're actually, if you remember from yesterday, at the end, when we harvest the chi, this is a form of harvesting. We're breathing out, expanding, and bringing in chi, cultivating chi of happiness, of joy, I apologize, and then it's condensing down as we bring our hands together. And then we're expanding, getting more, kind of like making a snowball. All right, so now we're going to add in feeling. So try to have your eyes closed if you can. Of course, you could do this sitting or lying down the best you can. Anything you can't do physically, just use your imagination, all right? And so, yes, so now we want to bring in, if you haven't already, the feeling of joy. And when you do this movement, Master Lin has created these movements to help us to get into a meditative state where we are connected to the highest vibration, where we're downloading. He talks about re-downloading our code for health and wellness. And you can use the colors of pinks and reds. And what if you breathe them in through all the pores of your skin, the top of your head, the bottom of your feet, through your spine. And it goes between and into every cell, every tissue, every organ. And you are just painting yourself and saturating yourself with joy. And when you breathe out, know that this joy that's going into you is finding extra energy you no longer need, which could be in the form of hatred, judgment, rigidity. and it's transformed into something beautiful like light or colorful smoke or butterflies or whatever you like. And you breathe out and it releases out and goes to the ends of the universe, back to where it belongs. And you start to feel lighter and lighter. All right, keep going. I just want to check our time. All right, let's do one more beautiful minute or a minute and a half on your own. And the next time your hands come back to center, let's hang out here. Let's feel the ball of light between our hands. Let's take a deep breath and scan your body, top to bottom, bottom to top, however you'd like. And notice how you feel. Notice how amazingly alive you feel right now. And whether you feel totally peaceful or joyful, or you actually are feeling emotions, or you're feeling aches even, all of those are good. Everything is good because you're just helping yourself to open up, to release, and to rebalance. Now we're going to feel and see that ball of light and interlace your fingers, okay? And you can open your eyes if you need to. And then bring it in toward the navel, and we're seeing ourselves as we're bringing in that ball of light, and we're going to rub our stomach, so as if we're a clock. So come up on the right and down on the left, and as we're doing this, we're imagining that ball of light spinning faster and faster and faster. You don't have to make your hands go that fast. Faster and faster and faster. Smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter, until it turns into a tiny little energy pill. I know, sorry, got a hair in my mouth. And, you and then you tuck it deep behind the navel. All right, awesome. Take a deep breath in and out. Feel yourself breathing with your whole body to the universe and back. And rub your hands, and if your eyes aren't open yet, open your eyes and massage your face. 2 fingers slide up the sides of the nose to the forehead, around the face, and down to the chin. These are the soothing exercises. Let's cup the top of the head like this, and then we're going all the way around. So we're cupping from the forehead, you know, the hairline, if you have one, and back. That was my dad. He was reminding me he didn't have a hairline. Cup the base of your head. Come down to your C7. Now, this area here should be incredibly soft and supple at this point. And if it's not, that's okay. You know, that's where you're at. But that's the aim, okay? And then we'll just go down the body. Let's just do this a few times and tell ourselves, we're going to have a beautiful day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, right? And we'll do 10,000 hands. So what you do is you take your hands out, and then you imagine you have 10,000 more arms and hands sticking out. And you bring them all slowly up. And maybe you tilt your head up or your eyes gazing up, and you see your family or whatever angelic creatures, beings coming and just dropping down gifts to you. And then you bring your hands together in prayer position and you gently rest them on your head. I like to think of that as accepting the gifts of the universe and then pulling them down like you're pulling down a shade. And it's going into your chi field, into your body, all these beautiful gifts. And then we do a little bow and we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for that healing. Coughing, sneezing, all that kind of stuff is all good. All right. So thank you for being here for day 2. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Bye.